Chazz Palminteri had something to say about what went down with the Trump assassination attempt. Watch.
I mean, if this don't smell like a conspiracy, I don't know what does, folks. Now, why would a 20-year-old, who you can see walks around with his head up his ass, know or need three cryptic accounts? Three encrypted accounts on his phone. 2 hours before they saw him, they said he was suspicious. Okay, doesn't somebody suspicious at least deserve, hey guy, how you doing? What's your name? What are you doing around here? And then you go, well, he's got a rangefinder. Well, how about a suspicious kid with a rangefinder? Doesn't that deserve, how'd you get here? Where you from? What's going on? I don't know what's going on here, folks. I used to see things happening in these third world countries, Yemen, Haiti, God knows where, with all kinds of shit going on. And now I'm starting to wonder, we got the same thing. The only difference with us is it's a little more dressed up.
I think that it's amazing that it's out of the news. You can't, somebody sent me their Google screen where they were looking for the photo of him with the assassination attempt, and Google said that they couldn't show it to him. It's really crazy. It's crazy what's happening out there. We're all asking the same question. This was a hit job, and they arrested a Pakistani national who was going to assassinate a government official. They didn't say which government official, but I'm going to guess maybe Trump. But that's how the news is reporting it, or that's how the CIA is reporting it, that he, the Pakistani national, was caught with plans to assassinate a government official. We don't know who, and they didn't tie it to the Trump assassination. Hello, Professor. How are you? Saline treats all ills. This is true. This is true. So does tequila. Okay. So we have a new Democrat vice president candidate. Did you see, Jen?
I did. So full of shit.
Well, they're fawning over him. All right, first of all, right now there are 10,000 young people in Philadelphia in an arena for this grand rally that Kamala and Walz are having. Interestingly, she's the presidential candidate, but he spoke after her. I've never seen that happen before. And you can
not even when it's an acceptance speech to run?
No, because it's always the hierarchy. So somebody else should have like it would have been smart for Josh Shapiro to introduce Walz, and then Walz would speak and then introduce Kamala. But instead they came out together, Walz and Kamala, and they looked astonished that there were so many people there chanting. And I was astonished as well until I figured it out. These are probably the Antifa kids or the Eric Garland kids or the, whoever. Pick your pro-Palestine kids. They're probably paid by Soros to be there, or Soros's groups. But anyway, they were flabbergasted. They could barely speak. They were so gobsmacked that there were so many people chanting their names. It's worth watching. See if you can find it. Cigar smoke stops the spread of corona. Meh. There's some people that say that marijuana too. Tim Walz had a tattletale phone line to report people who weren't staying in their house during COVID. Yes, somebody said he was the white male. He was the male Karen with a pot belly.
Meanwhile, he went on in his speech to say how Donald Trump wants to tell people what to do with their body, their rights. You told people they had to get vaccinated.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they couldn't work. You took their jobs away. You made us give our personal information to go and to eat in a restaurant.
Exactly. All foreign countries want Trump gone because he doesn't take no shit. You're right about that. Did you see the New York Post story about this guy? I did, Lenny. I did. And thank you for being here tonight, Lenny. It was pretty good. Let me play a clip. It's a small clip. It's from white dudes for Kamala, and he happened to be there. But listen to what he says. I mean, it's literally a short clip.
Don't ever shy away from our progressive values. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Just do the damn work.
Socialism is just neighborliness. Like the illegal migrants are just our friends waiting to be made, our new neighbors.
Yeah, they're my new neighbors. They're on every corner now. When you come out of my apartment complex, and they all have a sign that says "Save Baby Matthias." He needs money for this. Some cockamamie cancer I'd never even heard of. But first off, you get free healthcare.
Right.
You don't need money.
Right.
Your baby couldn't be taken care of before my baby would. Uh-huh. So they have their posters. He had buckets full of money. Mm-hmm. With the picture of baby Matthias, who's probably still in Venezuela, his little bow tie.
You're right.
And this is what they did. So they were selling fruit for about 3 months, and I think they gave up on that. So now they have baby Matthias. They concocted a baby with cancer, and that's the new one. So,
well, this is, and this guy Walz, has given all the people, all the illegal migrants who he's welcomed to his state, driver's licenses and work permits, and he wants to give them the right to vote. So this is our new vice presidential candidate. And meanwhile, Kamala isn't answering one question, isn't speaking about anything that's policy, is running away from the border. It's really an interesting time that we live in. Why would someone ruin their career by being VP to the hyena? I don't know. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that was the elite's choice, was him. And because Biden, put their back against the wall by endorsing him on their way out, they just flip-flopped. They just said, all right, we'll keep her and, we'll cut the deal with her and we'll make him VP and he'll really run the show. So tell me if you think I'm wrong. I don't
see his corny humor. You see what I did there? As he's speaking, he's like a creepy old uncle. Like
Uncle Joe in the basement?
Yeah.
Joe Biden minus 2.0. How much are they paying people to attend? Well, we know that they took homeless people in Georgia to put them in the arena when she had the rally in Georgia. Progressive is an oxymoron term. Just moron. He admitted he was a socialist. Yeah, he did. And it's not the first time. So think about that. We're going to have a socialist as VP. They're trying to spin him as a moderate, middle of the road, but they can't because everything he has said and done has shown him to be, left. So Nancy Pelosi tried to say, oh, that's not true. He's a moderate, middle of the road guy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any left in the Democrat Party. Maybe Mike McMahon, the district attorney in Staten Island, but that's about it. It's not so. Yeah, Cusick, yeah. And little to no press on Kamala's husband who cheated with Nanny and got her pregnant. Yeah, he admitted it, and it was in all of Sergeant Major. Okay, sorry about that.
So that's her stepdaughter?
Yes.
So she calls her the stepdaughter?
No, he has other kids, but he got the daughter's kindergarten teacher pregnant when he had an affair, when he was married to his first wife.
I thought it was Kamala. I was going to say, could you blame him?
No, yeah. Well, she's pretty. I mean, you can't say she's not pretty. She's very
Anybody can be pretty, but when you open your mouth, you have to listen to that for the rest of your life or wish you were deaf.
Jennifer, have you seen some of the tits and ass that's all over YouTube that are drop dead gorgeous, and they open their mouth and you want to go?
And they're not running for president of the United States.
Well, apparently it doesn't matter anymore what you say, because the press is going to cover it up. I think the appeal of Kamala Harris is that she talked to people like they are kindergarten children, and most Democrat liberals are much smarter than kindergarten.
That's how she's used to talking to Biden, so she's just used to it.
That was good. Well, they're calling her Kamala Mamala. They want a mommy. They don't want a president. They want a mommy.
I can think of 20 more words to call her that are way better than that.
Yeah, but I don't understand what's going on with these kids. These kids have been parented to death. Their parents have been hovering over them, and they're looking for somebody else to be their parent.
No, you're opposite. They haven't. Their parents don't even want to talk to them because they hate their guts and wish they swallowed because they're a bunch of liberal retards. So no, their parents are not coddling them. They're working so that they can pay their way for their kid to march through the street for BLM and for Palestine.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. What parent? Come on, not for anything, but when you were a kid, if you did wrong or if you wanted something, remember you wanted a beeper and we wouldn't give you a beeper, and you had to go out work for and.
I went to go work at a beeper store.
Yeah, but that's not the way it goes now. Now the parents give them anything they want, anything,
because they want them out of their hair because they're retarded. They don't want to talk to them.
I would like to see what happens at this Democrat convention. I'm just waiting for Kamala to go, ham on Walz, and like she did her staff who all quit. I want to see what happens when the honeymoon is over. Which, by the way, is today's the name of tonight's show, Kamala's honeymoon. I could call her 20 more words, but also I'll get kicked off. That's funny. And Napoleon said, "Don't interrupt your adversary when they are making mistakes." Agreed. I wish Trump would just sit back and shut up. And just
he can't. He's 8. How old is he? You
70,
cannot
71,
reprogram
72.
a human being at that age. No, he's not 72. He's older than that.
76?
I think he's older.
Alexa, how old is Donald Trump?
Donald Trump is 78 years old.
78?
Yes. So you can't
Alexa
reprogram
off.
78 years of his verbal nonsense, if you'll call it that. You just can't.
He doesn't know when to quit.
He has Tourette's of the mouth.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, we got a lot of little clips tonight. So listen to what Jamie Raskin had to say about the 14th Amendment and also the Supreme Court. This one's going to blow your mind.
What can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in Civil War conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, great protection, simply do not want to do their job and interpret what the great 14th Amendment means.
So wait, first off, they put it on January 6th.
Every year, the president gets sworn in on January 6th.
I'm sorry. I thought he was talking about the Supreme Court justice for some odd reason. I zoned out.
Basically, what he's doing is he's suggesting that there needs to be an insurrection, that if Trump wins, that there should be an insurrection, that he should not be sworn in on January 6th in 2020.
And that one will be perfectly fine.
Well, and then we're going to have a whole, as he said, a whole rigmarole. And it's all because the Supreme Court justices did not,
Do their job.
because they upheld presidential immunity.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy. I did hear that. Okay.
Yes, you heard that. So
I was looking at his hair.
Well, he had cancer. It just grew back.
Oh.
So, yeah.